and today we are going to be watching what is the deal with the popcorn button. I have a popcorn button, you have a popcorn button, but it always says do not redeem. So let's check it out.
Hello.
Hi.
It is still November. With that out of the way.
Wait, it is November. How did he know?
Does your microwave oven have a popcorn button? Yeah,
Yes.
mine too. Lots of microwave ovens come with a dedicated button for popping microwave popcorn. Yet on nearly every bag of microwave popcorn sold in a store, you'll find a rather stern warning making it clear in no uncertain terms that that button is forbidden.
Yes, and you want to know my forbidden technique at the movie theaters? So, what I do at the movie theaters is they give you the popcorn bucket, right? And they fill it up with all of the popcorn. Also, I think this is for NA only because I'm not sure other countries are allowed to, like, krill themselves through cholesterol. But here's the popcorn. Here, they let you bring it to the butter machine, okay? So we have a giant machine in America that's full of butter concentrate, and you can put more butter on top of your popcorn. So what I do is if you spray it normally, okay, you're only getting the top of the popcorn. So like the first few bites are so good, but there's nothing in the middle. So what I do is I get a straw, which is right next to the butter machine pretty much every time. You put the straw into the top of the butter dispenser, into the popcorn, and then you move it up and down while you distribute the popcorn, so it adds the butter to every section of the tub. Yes, so you can use my strat.
Do not use the popcorn button.
Oh.
This might make you question, why do we even have that button? And you know what? That's a great question.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you something wild and devious.
What?
You should try it and see what happens. Try it. You know you want to.
I think I have this exact microwave. That's why when I do streams where I'm cooking in my suit, you guys can see me like tiptoe up because it's up on the top of the cabinet.
See, I got this question from a patron of the channel recently. Jolly Orville Secret Redenbacher Time II has a great incentive to tell you not to use the popcorn button.
Why?
The popcorn producers of the world don't know anything about your microwave.
Oh.
And some microwave oven manufacturers are dirty little liars and put a popcorn button on microwaves that have no business having one.
Okay, so they're like adding strats to something that they don't know how to use. They're basically first timing their champion in rank.
Oftentimes, that button doesn't do anything but set a pre-programmed cooking time. And if you use it, your popcorn will be either burnt to a crisp or hardly popped at all, with an approximately 0% chance of proper popping performance.
To be fair, sometimes I like the kernels on the bottom and I chew on them and chew on them and chew on them until they disintegrate in my mouth.
Since nobody likes wasting popcorn, the popcorn people put a purportedly proper popcorn preparation primer on every package of popcorn, which usually involves listening for a gap of 2 seconds between pops to signal it's done. And don't you ever use the popcorn button.
Okay, I'm
Not
sorry.
in this family. Pardon the interruption, but I need to make a correction. Of the brands shown here, Jolly Time stands out by not warning against using the popcorn button.
Oh, okay, so they made the mistake of thinking that people understand things before they do it. So now they're setting people up to be angry and tweet them. Your package didn't say not to use the popcorn button, so I did.
About to learn, this is actually a nice gesture because it means they trust you to use your brain and experiment.
Bad
That's
idea.
the kind of hard-hitting investigative
Bad
journalism you can
idea.
expect from Technology Connections. As far as the rest of those brands, though, here's the secret they don't want you to know.
What?
Some microwaves are smarter than others and have sensors to determine when things are done cooking. Like popcorn.
Oh.
And how do you know whether your microwave is among those better ones?
Yes, Among Us.
Try the popcorn button.
Oh.
If you press the popcorn button on your microwave and it
420
asks
PM
you
based.
the size of the bag, danger, Will Robinson. That is probably a bad popcorn button, which is sure to disappoint you. But if you press it and the microwave just starts, you might have a good popcorn button.
Really?
Perhaps you still need to press the start button to make it go, and it might even give you a message saying that it's designed for bags of a certain size. But so long as it doesn't ask you to enter or choose between values and ounces or grams, your microwave likely has some sort of sensor.
Doesn't his microwave look like it's a Tamagotchi? It's like the same font in the way that it moves.
with which it can determine when the popcorn is done, and thus it will stop automatically. What sort of sensor, you ask? Broadly, a microwave with proper popcorn popping prowess will have one or possibly two sensors on board.
Oh,
A
okay.
moisture sensor, and
Ew.
if it's very fancy, a microphone.
What?
Microphones in microwaves are, I think, not super common, so
Yeah, what if somebody booted up into your Call of Duty lobby and they're talking through their microwave?
you are more likely to just have a moisture sensor, but don't underestimate the power of moistness.
Ew!
With a bit of
Ew! I did not need to hear that today. Ew!
logic, that sensor can be used for all sorts of useful things, including automatic reheating of a meal, or if you go back in time to when appliances were actually trying to be smart and not just connected to the internet, following specific parameters to enable automatic cooking of specific kinds of foods.
Nice.
Sadly, the days of the sharp carousel multiple choice have been over for like 20 years, at least outside of Japan.
Aww.
But lots of microwaves still have a moisture sensor. One way to tell whether you have that sensor is if your microwave offers functions like sensor reheat, which,
Oh, I thought he was gonna say go take a shower and then try to fit into your microwave and then start it.
if it does, you should give that a try next time you're reheating leftovers. It has worked surprisingly well in my experience. What a microwave oven is doing when using that feature is analyzing the rise in detected moisture over time. More moisture indicates food is beginning to let off steam. And depending
Okay.
on how quickly that steam is detected, it can roughly determine how much food you put in and how cold it was.
And if maybe you can get like a trade reversal. That was stupid. That was just for the CSGO people. Sorry.
And thus how long it needs to heat it for. If you're lucky enough to have a moisture sensor in your microwave, you may very well have a decent popcorn button.
Oh.
See, unless you're getting it from Uncle Joe's discount cornhole, a bag of microwave popcorn will stay sealed when it begins to pop.
Really?
Since it's sealed, the moisture sensor can't detect anything at first. But once the pressure in the bag builds past a certain point, the bag will either go poof, or possibly
You should do ASMR. That was pretty good.
and let out a big old cloud of steam. The microwave will easily detect that, and by comparing the time it took between the start and the sudden moisture spike with a lookup table built into its programming, it will pretty accurately guess the size of the bag it's popping and how long it should keep cooking until it's done.
Oh.
If you've got a microwave like this, that popcorn button might work perfectly for most kinds and sizes of popcorn.
Yay!
Notice, though, that I said might and most.
Oh.
This Samsung microwave oven has a pretty decent popcorn button.
This is my microwave! Is he in my house? Should I go check?
But the location of its moisture sensor isn't the best. When you use its popcorn function, it fires up the fans for a few seconds to clear the air around the moisture sensor before switching on the magnetron.
Oh.
After a short delay, it begins cooking. And you can clearly see that the display doesn't say anything other than popcorn until shortly after the bag bursts open.
So I have a question. How many people were making popcorn to where they invented a popcorn button? Do you see what I mean? It's like the demand must have been so high. Like everybody was eating popcorn.
Then it picks a time remaining value and stops cooking at the end. This works pretty well if the opening of the bag is pointing to the right when it bursts open.
Oh.
The sensor is clearly somewhere up in here, and if the steam gets shot right into this area, the microwave only takes a few
Oh,
seconds.
he said shot. Why did I hear shock? I think I'm Twitch brain now. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on over here.
To pick a remaining cook time, and once it does, it's usually pretty bang on. But if the popcorn bag is pointing away from this region, it tends to take just a little too long to detect the moisture spike.
Oh, so you gotta hope it like farts out the back. So then if it's like shooting out the front and farting out the back, then you get both of the moistures into the sensor.
So it thinks the bag is bigger than it is, and it cooks just a little bit too long.
Oh.
Generally, it just singes a few kernels, but it's enough to be disappointing. A
I like them
faster
burnt.
spinning turntable would be one potential solution here, or perhaps the microwave just isn't churning up the air inside of it well enough.
Oh.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Despite not being perfect, I would still happily press that button.
Aww.
Because I've dared to use this microwave's popcorn button and observed its quirks, I learned that it beeps when it determines the remaining time.
Oh, normally what I do is I feel like I kind of got to babysit the popcorn. So I sit there and I stare at the microwave. I probably have done so much damage to my brain. I sit there and I stare at it, just looking at myself in the reflection, wondering where I went wrong, why I'm a VTuber, you know, all that. And then as soon as I hear it stop popping, then I take it out.
Which is usually somewhere around 20 or 30 seconds. That gets my attention, so I get ready to stop the microwave.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't need to stop it early at all. Other times I'll stop it with 5 or 10 seconds remaining. And if I'm popping one of those small snack bags, I stop it when it beeps.
Huh.
So while its popcorn button isn't perfect enough to just hit and walk away, it does eliminate enough of the guesswork when buying a different brand, type,
True.
flavor, or size of popcorn that I find it extremely useful.
My favorite popcorn, Oregon Redenbacher Naturals Salt. It's pretty good.
And I have indeed used microwaves with a perfect popcorn button, like the sharp carousel sitting in front of me. I made a whole video about this, which you can check out if you like. And if you're extremely bored, you can also look at the video on my second channel where I audited its popcorn popping performance.
Oh, popcorn popping performance. My God, we're gonna test my my filter today. Popcorn popping performance.
A different microwave oven from my childhood also had a perfect popcorn button. Sadly, that one didn't last long at all, but it was great while it lasted. And, wouldn't you know it, my new microwave oven at home has perhaps the best popcorn button I've ever used.
Wow.
But it's got a twist.
What?
Actually, 2.
What?
I suspect that this fella has a microphone listening for popping sounds.
That's pretty cool.
That might sound pretty expensive to implement in a consumer device, but remember the video I just made on the clapper?
What? I hardly know her and she's already got the clap.
Yeah, it's not exactly groundbreaking technology. Every time I have used the popcorn button on this microwave, it has run the magnetron until just after there's about a 2-second gap between pops, and then it decides, okay, it's done.
That's pretty good. That's what I
It throws a time
do.
remaining on the screen, but you can tell that the magnetron has shut off and it doesn't restart.
Oh.
It has done this and worked perfectly with different sizes and types of popcorn, even a cheesy popcorn, which I absolutely regret purchasing.
Ew, wait, you can buy cheesy popcorn for the microwave? Is it like nacho cheese? Or is it like cheesy sprinkles? I don't think I've ever bought that. The only cheesy popcorn I like is the ones that they would sell at my school. They're like the Smart Pop ones. Those are pretty good.
But I don't think I've tried a snack size bag yet. How'd that work, future me?
Dude, I always feel like such an animal when I eat popcorn. Whole ass big clump. Blah, 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 blah. And then you shove as much as you can in your mouth for God knows what reason. Like, you could eat 1 or 2. But for some reason, the fistful just tastes so much better.
Went just fine past me.
He likes it
Could have gone a
too.
little longer, but it's not burned.
Yay!
Not too many kernels, actually.
I like
Good
the
job.
kernels.
Unfortunately, I couldn't determine concretely whether this model actually has an acoustic popcorn popping strategy. The manual doesn't mention it, and neither does its marketing copy. It may be that its steam sensor is just really good.
Probably.
But I mean, it's been way too consistent with the whole wait for a 2-second pause between pops thing for me to call that a coincidence.
It's a
What's
game
that?
theory.
There's a button on the website that says feature sheet under additional documents. Did I write all that before clicking that button? Because it says it features a sound-based popcorn function right
Oh!
there. So it is real. Good to know.
Yay!
The other twist with this microwave, though, is that it doesn't appear to cook popcorn at full power.
Why?
It takes noticeably longer than the Samsung machine does.
Maybe it's like a gentler pop so you get less kernels because they were all like loved individually. Like it tucks them into the burger like SpongeBob. It picks up one of the kernels and goes, "You're perfect the way you are." Every single time.
And indeed, most microwaves I've ever used. But it doesn't have an inverter magnetron, and I don't hear it cycling. So unless it's got some sort of half-wave rectified 50% power mode, I don't know what the heck it's doing.
Me neither.
You don't need to know what any of that means.
Okay.
This microwave is also weirdly slow at melting butter for some reason, but not at heating things in general.
Huh?
That's actually been something of a minor mystery that I'm still puzzled by, so I'm honestly not sure if the slow popcorn popping is intentional, but by golly, it nails it every time, so it's definitely worth the small added wait.
I would rather wait for something that's perfect than get an incomplete product that is quicker. It's just not worth it.
So, I've technically shown you 3 microwaves in this video. This Sharp from the late 90s, the Samsung from around 2010, and the KitchenAid from just last year. All of them have perfectly functional popcorn buttons that work great, well enough to be useful, if not perfect, and...
Did you guys want to know a fun popcorn fact? Apparently, corn and popping corn are 2 breeds of corn. The popcorn that you eat is actually called popcorn, the plant. It's not regular corn. I didn't know that until the other day.
fantastic, respectively. And the only way I found that out was by daring to use the popcorn button. Uncle Orville may not want us to press the button.
That's my
but
goat!
That's only out of fear of the unknown. Orville can't tell what microwave you've got, and he's just giving advice for the lowest common denominator.
And as it should be, okay? I used to think there were tons of smart people in the world, and I am soon determined after I moved to Florida, there's not that many smart people in the world.
But you know what kind of microwave you have. Or if you don't yet, you can surely find out. All it takes is a press of a button. At most, you'll waste a bag of popcorn, but even then, if you just watch it as it does its thing, you can stop it yourself if it's going on too long, or start it again if it stopped too soon. You're smart enough to figure that out, and you should.
I am?
Honestly, you should check out all the features your microwave has.
Like what?
Sure, many of them are clunky to access, a high-res dot matrix display, and actual user
Bacon-wrapped appetizers, hot broccoli dip, focaccia pizza.
interface could really help with that, but that ship has sailed apparently.
This has everything on it. How many people are making focaccia pizza?
And while they're often of dubious usefulness, at least 1 or 2 of them might be great. I use the sensor reheat function all the time to take the guesswork out of leftovers.
Oh.
I just wish Samsung wouldn't make me pick between casserole, dinner plate, and pasta. What does that even mean? And who knows, if you didn't buy the microwave oven you have at home yourself, it might have some tricks up its sleeve you didn't know about. This over-the-range microwave can actually be a convection oven.
What?
It's got resistive heating elements in addition to the magnetron, and will get its insides up to 450 degrees if you like.
Oh my god. Honestly, I really only use the microwave to reheat something if it's like a meal prep or easy. But I feel like most of the time, if you want to reheat like pizza or something, that's probably better in the air fryer or like in the oven. Just the microwave makes everything so mushy.
Apparently, the new model even does air frying.
What? Okay, never mind.
Of course it does.
Oh. I don't care. I don't care if this is a white woman moment. I just love my air fryer.
Am I ever going to get around to talking about air fryers? What do you suppose the difference is between buttery kettle corn and regular kettle corn?
One has butter. I'm scared to answer.
I don't know, but I bought this because I want to find out.
We don't know.
One way to tell whether you have that sensor is if your microwave offers... The moisture sensor doesn't detect anything at first. What? See... Unless you're getting it from Uncle... It can pretty accurately guess the size of the bag it's popking. Oh boy. That popcorn button might work perfectly for most kinds and sizes of popcorn. Why?
Okay, if there's like sizes of popcorn, are there some kernels that are just huge and then maybe it would make one giant popcorn and then you'll hold it up and like eat it like James and the Giant Peach? That'd be pretty cool.
It perfectly. Popcorn. Which is usually somewhere around 20 or 30 seconds. Why did I say seconds like that? I don't know, but I'm starting over.
That was an awesome video. I love learning stuff with him. He's like a really good teacher because I'm engaged the whole time. And then he does experiments and stuff. That was so good. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Helps me out. And let me know your favorite popcorn in the comment section below. Also, if you're, wanting to use Gamer Subs, make sure you use code Berry for 10% off your order. And maybe one day we can get a Booba Cup. Thank you. Bye-bye, YouTube. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.